Shout out to Day One Hexagon OG reposting like a beast.
Raise my head, I'm not looking down. Everything.
Shout out to Freddie Quotes for turning me on to these guys.
I've been dreaming about the good life. Now I live the good life. Living for the good times, yeah. I've been dreaming about the good life, but now I live the good life, and this is what it look like.
Don't have the words to say. Don't care if I'm broke today. Cause everything good, I follow my path. The money's a look away. I don't be talking or boasting. I'm with my mans and we toasting. Cause we got a movement in motion. From Denver to DC to Oakland. I need a crib by the ocean. Been repping my colors since 06. I still be skating and coasting. Cause I am a fan of the dopeness. My girl got a booty that poke out. I write you a check and it won't bounce. I ain't got a thing to be mad about. I hope that you see and you know now. I'm about the good life.
I've been dreaming about the good life, good life. I've been dreaming about the good life.
I'm about the good life.
Dreaming about the good life, good life. I've been dreaming about the good life.
Fed out of school, took a detour. Maybe I thought I could be more. Traveling neat on a 3-course. Cause money's a hell of a resource. We can't be focused on wages. I just be turning my pages. Writing down all of the stages of all of the goals I be making. We make a song in the basement and turn it to all of these placements. I don't need credit from dope lines. I got the greatest of cosigns. Pushing the feeling of Motown. Mixed with the Beatles and SoCal. All of you people just slow down and look at the sky cause we on now. I'm about the good life.
I've been dreaming about the good life, good life. I've been dreaming about the good life.
I'm about the good life.
Dreaming about the good life, good life. I've been dreaming about the good life, good life. I've been dreaming about the good life. Now I live the good life, living for the good times, yeah. I've been dreaming about the good life, but now I live the good life, and this is what it looks like,
All right, so that last one was red, yellow. Sorry, it's red, gold, green, without any of the vowels. So if you were going to spell red, gold, green with no vowels all together, that's that band from Baltimore. Good Life, and it's a good life. It's a good life. It's a good life to be in the collective. It's a good life being in Anti-Gravity's community and in our universe, in our project. Shout out to RG3 and Wild Essay for hosting me last night on Discourse Syndicate F and Hangout. He's got some crazy good guests this week, so check him out. Our buddy Randy Hilarski is going to be on there. I think Access Alive, he said, was going to be on there. Someone else, like crazy amounts of a really good alpha coming down on Chatting with the Cap on Discourse Syndicate. If you're not on there, I may actually, I'll go to their link here. This is their YouTube right here. I'm putting it in the chat. Right there. Yeah, youtube.com/@Discourse Syndicate. Go sub to those guys. Check out what's going on over there. Also, join us in our Telegram, t.me/anti-gravity saga. That is where we announce all our stuff first, and then here on stream second. We are streaming live today. Early today, because I've got a wedding to go to. See, I'm all dressed up with a button-up shirt and whatnot. So we're going to a wedding. My buddy Dre's getting married to a wonderful gal named Amy. So we're going to go celebrate that with them when the clock rolls over. Speaking about when the clock rolls over, let me share the screen here. That's not it. Where'd it go? It's up here somewhere. Huh. That's not it. This is so weird. Let me cancel. Let me try this again. So we have the anti-gravity. So if you guys go to agproject.io, as we've tagged in these, and thank you again for all those who share and repost this cool stuff. But this was under team, which is weird. Let's do nope. Sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm just trying to pull this up on screen right now. We have 30 days, 4 hours, 22 minutes, and some change left of the 11x bonus right now in the Wishwell era. So in this project, we have 3 eras. We have the Wishwell era, which we're in right now, and then we have the mining era, the mining of the tokens, and the claiming ends in the claiming phase, and that begins the 3rd era. The 3rd era is the minting era, where you can mint your tokens into NFTs. So you can take your dark matter tokens, you can mint them into anti-gravity NFTs, and every single step along this journey, the earlier you get in, the higher the bonus, but you also get a multiplier based on how many eras you participate in. So if you're in the Wishwell era, which we've got a few more weeks left of that while we're getting stuff built and code audited, you guys can, if you guys participate now in the Wishwell era, and then later you do some mining, and then later you do some minting, you get a 2x multiplier the second era that you participate in, and you get a 4x multiplier the 4th era that you participate in. Sorry, the 3rd era you participate in. So it goes, you get your bonus, then you get your bonus times 2, then you get your bonus times 4 if you could participate in all 3. So this gives people a chance to get their wallet connected, get their address registered. We'll spin you up a nice little cute NFT that shows you all your points. And pretty soon we hope to be coming out with a list of the ranks so you guys can see your points and see your rank within the collective. If you guys are new here and wondering what the heck the collective is, that I put in the title today. The collective is our community, and it is the freedom fighters that are in our book, Rings of Dust. So the good guys, if you want to call them the good guys or the bad guys, the good guys are called the collective, and the bad guys, thanks, Crypto Compassion. I love Frozen Max. Oh, let it go. And Susie's in the house. Shout out to Susie Q. What's up? LOL, I'm watching you from F and Hangout rerun right now. Here you are. Did you extend the 11x? Yes, the 11x is extended because we're still working on the website, and we're still getting some of the code audited for the mining and for the claiming and for the dark token, and then a mystery token. So out of all those, we're waiting on 4 of those contracts to get audited, and we have 1 contract that's already been deployed, which is the Wishwell contract. And then there are 6 more contracts being written right now to fold all of these tokenomics in on each other to create what we think is something really special here. So yeah, jump into our Telegram and go to agproject.io to get that. And we post the link, the StreamYard link, every day in our Telegram. So if you guys want to jump on stream and talk about something, if you guys want to promote something, if you guys just want to ask questions or hang out, please click on the link in our Telegram and join us, and we'll hang out. We're still at 110 wallets on Pulse, and we are still at 18 wallets, on Base. So there's 128 people in the collective currently, or 128 addresses in the collective currently. And those people have all claimed either a 33x, a 22x, or an 11x bonus. And they've already set themselves up for success in the next era and the third era. Red Squirrel's in the house. What's up, Red Squirrel? Oi, oi. Yeah, as I said, we usually stream a little bit later. We usually stream in the about 4 hours from now. However, I got a wedding to attend, and I'm excited about that. So in about 4 hours, we're going to go from 30 days to 29 days. And this may be adjusted if our team gets the back end, front end, and website ready to go before then. This will end sooner than that. So yeah, I mean, I'm going on as many streams as I can, like I did last night, FN Hangout with RG3 Discourse Syndicate. I've got some other ones coming up. I've got Corey Costa at the end next week. I'm just shooting out all the love and all the questions to all my streamers out there, because I want to get as many people give as many people the opportunity to throw at least a buck in the wish well, make a wish, and then also and be eligible for the multipliers in the next two eras. So that's what's going on there. It's very exciting time right now. We had a short meeting today where things got even crazier with the tokenomics, and that, like, we're thinking so far down the road. Not only are we thinking like, yeah, this is what we want to share, this is what we want to create, this is what we want to build with this super community. This is not a community. The collective is not a community. The collective is part of a super community. Okay, we're joining forces with Discourse Syndicate. We're joining forces with Crypto Besties from Fashion Coder. We're joining forces with The Forge and Mark and those badasses. We're joining forces with Randy Hilarski and No Permissions community. We're joining forces with a DGen Roundtable community, which is birthed out of DCC and Cultivating Crypto. We're joining forces with the Pulse Chain Tour community, with Cultivate Crypto, and all the insane, amazing events and gatherings and conferences that they put on. We're joining forces with Matty Allen's conferences. Like, there's so many cool mini communities within the Pulse Chain community that we're joining forces with, just like Voltron from the 80s, where the different parts of the robot stick together, and there's the super robot, and he goes and kills the bad guy, because it's going to take all of these communities to beat the bad guys. Now, who are the bad guys? Well, in the book, Rings of Dust, the bad guys are the Federation, and the Alpha Omega Corporation, which is this giant corporation, and they're out to take all the dark matter from the universe and hoard it for themselves. They want to go take this very valuable, precious substance called dark matter, which is the key to endless energy and also the key to healing the whole world of plague. And they want to take it for themselves. They want to hold it for themselves. Now, who are the bad guys outside of the story? And also in our tokenomics, they are represented by the evil address. We have an evil address who has a completely unfair advantage over everybody. And they are out to hoard all the dark matter tokens, and they are out to hoard all of the anti-gravity NFTs. So you're going to be competing with a bad guy in our ecosystem. So that's pretty cool. Going back, I digress. Who are the bad people in real life? Well, the bad people in real life are anybody who doesn't respect you as a human being and doesn't respect your rights of privacy, your rights to communicate with who you wish, to say what you want to say, to go where you want to go. those are the bad guys in real life. And as a community, we see Richard Hart versus the SEC. We see all sorts of different financial institutions and banks trying to commandeer and take over crypto and make it theirs, and continue to keep it within their grasp and their power. And so that's what we need. We need all these communities to come together if we're going to keep the power and beauty of crypto in the hands of regular people, right? And so that's what we're all about here, is building the best community that crypto has ever seen, like ever. Red Squirrel says, this is better time for me. So cheers, LOL. Cheers. I'm glad this is a good time for you. We have a guest, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, aka John, aka that cool guy up there dancing. What is up, John?
Yeah, buddy. No, I just wanted to say congratulations. You have been, running the good race, the journey, the marathon. I see you just putting in the work. You hit the nail on the head, though. We are community builders. That's what we need to do. I mean, it's like that little tagline that I threw out to RG last night. Your net worth is your network, and that's huge, buddy. So just keep building. I just wanted to pop in here. I'm currently, building out my studio greater today. Today's the green room. I got some pretty awesome posters, though, I made that are, I'm just gearing up for what you feel and you that's coming, I mean, I'm excited for you. You and the hexiest man in the world have been building. I see it. I know that Randy and myself and Bets in Crypto, we've been building, and it's been like, it's igniting me. Like this building process is like really fun. Stressful, but fun.
It's stressful as shit, dude. Let me ask you a question. When you're in these meetings, when you're on like working with vets, you're working with Randy, and you're like pulling out the details of the tokenomics and what you want to see in your vision, do you even pay attention? Do you feel the time go by, or do you lose track of time?
It's been, a lot of people, like last night, like Lit Gaines called me up on the phone and we had like an hour talk. And he was kind of talking to me about price. And I said, yeah, I know, but I just haven't really been paying attention to it. But I've been like, I know it's doing
tunnel vision, right?
Tunnel vision. Like, I know that it sucks and it hurts, but like, I know there's a group of subset people who are building to make that price be more reflective of what we believe it can do. And we're just like, so like honed in. I mean, you got Red Squirrel doing this thing with, just Sloth and just Tetra, and it's just like builders are building.
Even the Tetra community, you got the Tetra community, you got the GIF community, you got too many builders to really give a proper shout out to. Like, honestly, I forget streamers all the time. I forget awesome people in our chat and in our Telegram all the time, not because I'm not thinking about you don't matter to me. It's just because there's so much going on. There's so many people here, and we want to build the best community ever, because we can be cool. Tech is cool, right? Like the blockchain technology allows humanity to do a lot of stuff without a middleman.
Yep.
Right. That's beautiful. And the T-share allowed us to run our own version of compound interest without a middleman. Beautiful. Right. And the stuff, like I was talking to them last night, how GIF and those guys have created a way to not just try to keep all the air in the balloon, but compress it to a completely different state of liquid oxygen, which, I mean, liquid oxygen, you can do a lot of cool shit with liquid oxygen, liquid nitrogen, right?
Right.
And so there's all this great technology, and the technology is wonderful and great. The internet was great, but it's nothing without a community. Without a community, you can get it stolen, you can get it ripped off, you can get it copied. Without a community, you can copy technology. You can't copy friendships, you can't copy trust, you can't copy any of this stuff that we got going on. You can't copy the cool adventures and experiences we had in Vegas.
Yeah,
like they're there forever. You can't fork experiences.
Nope. Yep.
And so that's really cool. Are you by any chance gonna make it to the Salt Lake meetup on June 7th?
Oh, good God, that's coming up soon, huh? No.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half. I think we saw this really cool concert in Salt Lake, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect chance to just have the first tiny micro meetup of anti-gravity And
Nice.
so anyone that wants to go to that concert can join us. And then obviously we'll also be hanging out in the parking garage beforehand and probably after, and going out to dinner. We'll find some place to descend on and start doing our nerd talk that's really loud, that disturbs all the other people at the restaurant. You know,
Yep, of course. You have
Susie-
to. Yeah.
Susie says, "Wowie, oi,
Wowie.
oi."
Oi.
We got hi, wonderful John, XOXO. Lose
Yeah.
track of time. I'm in the no time world game. Yeah, that's what
Right.
it is. When I'm down, when I'm like in the middle of like our white papers and our tokenomics and stuff, I literally time doesn't. I can't feel time until I come out of it, and that tells me that I'm in the right place and I've got my passion. You know, I'm living and working on my passion.
Yeah.
And that's like, what more could you ask for?
Well, I do know that when we fast forward and we take a look at, some future spaces, on X and stuff like that, I am going to need a DJ Max to come and just pump the volume, because
I'm going to get you blocked. I'm going to get you blocked.
But that's okay. In Spaces, that's a different story than YouTube.
Oh yeah,
right?
Spaces is
Spaces.
different. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
we could pump the volume. We could do that thing. You know what I mean? So like, just plan on, like, I'm going to be calling you out. I'm going to maybe need some music files from you to just like,
Throw
create
some
the
in there,
vibe, and just do that thing. I'm excited for you guys. Yeah,
Thank you so much. And it's good to have people like you and Vets and Randy. I mean, I can't think of like just better people online and people that I met in real life that, like, I don't know, they're just, you know that you're in good hands. You know that you can trust them. You know that you're both sharing the same vision and goal. And that's, so grateful for that. Just so grateful.
Yeah, we got Randy and Vets both going over to Europe. Randy's already in Europe, and it's cool. It's Vets is going over to Europe. They're gonna hook up with the Solid X, Firewell. Go to kick it with him. SJ is gonna be there in the 9-inch team. Call it a cabal. I call it networking. This is kind of, yeah, I know. I call it networking. In my town and probably in your town, there's probably things called like the Chamber of Commerce.
Sure.
And it's where people come and they network. And I think just like you and I, when we hang out in Vegas, that's networking. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're having fun. We're having these meetups, but we're trying to see how we could further advance blockchain technology, crypto, and like you said, overtake the dark lords, the dark matters of the world. And that comes through these connection bases that we have. Yeah. And it's just us networking and doing what we know is in our heart and the fiber of our beings on how we can combat that. You know what I mean? So I'm pumped for it. I'm stoked for it. Yeah. Those guys are going to go kick up some dust in Europe and further advance what we believe for Pulse Chain and the adoption of Pulse Chain and all those things DeFi that we love.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. I was going to pull up the Ethereum chart here.
Oh yeah,
because I pulled it up a couple days ago to talk shit about politicians, because I love being on a watch list. And if you're friends with like half of the people in crypto, you're definitely on a few watch lists.
Like a no fly list. Like, yeah.
They're like, listen to these people's phone calls and stuff, monitor their internet. These guys are crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that hasn't changed a lot. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
And go frozen again. Let it go. Let it go.
I wonder if I'll freeze too.
They're gonna ban me for those 2 bars of the Disney music right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the ETH chart right here. Let me go back and
you're frozen, but I'm not. Cool.
That's a good frozen though. That's a happy frozen.
Yeah, that's happy frozen. It's like,
usually I'm like picking my nose or cross-eyed or something. So check this out. This chart right here. Obviously 2 days ago they announced that Ethereum one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually make this a little bit. Maybe make this full screen so you can see my mouse a little bit better.
Are we getting a nice little bull flag here?
Boom. It does definitely look like a bull flag here. The problem is, like, this is the day, if you're looking at a chart, which I don't know what this is right here, unless this is just the day that the pair was thrown on here. So I'm going to ignore that. Let's actually just take it off the screen. This right here is the day that you would have thought that they announced the ETF.
Mm-hmm.
right before this boom, this giant candle. But you know what? They announced it on this candle, the big one with the green one with the nice wicks right here.
Right.
That's odd, isn't it? It
Mm-hmm.
almost seems like someone knew what was coming. Like
Yeah.
almost seems like a handful of people told their drivers and their barbers and their interns and their pages that shit was about to blow.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. I mean, if I wasn't
Almost.
if I was a conspiracy theorist, which I definitely am, this is like, look at that. That's dirty. That's dirty right there.
Yeah.
Like this candle should have told us something was going on right there. And I honestly think this whole buildup right here in this candle is what your friend Salmi's been looking at, because he was just like, man, this stuff should be double. Ethereum should. He's calling Ethereum going up to double, so 7,200 to 10,000,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly, it's music to our ears, baby.
Oh yeah, if you could zoom out and you understand why that's music to our ears, it's huge. Yeah. And
Yeah.
in many ways, right? Obviously, gas fees will be expensive. It'll choke out a lot of people, and they'll be looking for solutions. We also know that there's big players involved in our community who are sitting on some pretty hefty ETH bags that want to rotate that into something they love and want to see flourish. Yeah, it's weird to think that, like, obviously, like the Orange Man or not like the Orange Man, it's weird to think that that little meetup at his place in Mar-a-Lago and the Polygon crew and the NFTs and our Hexicans being there, how that really was some loud noise that really, spoke to the other party, where they kind of backtracked and were like, oh shit, this could be a voting block. And a lot of, people who have, maybe extra disposable income that, we better start, kind of catering to them in some way or some fashion, whether it's a trap from them or not, I don't know. I mean, you have to kind of look at it like that's the whole thing about what you're building, and the fight is still the fight, but
Yeah.
it is still interesting to see them try to play catch up. Right.
Yeah. Well, and like you were saying earlier, like we're dependent upon this money being bridged in from Ethereum right now.
Yeah.
Like CoastOX is still down. Unfortunately, I'm hoping every day they come back. I love CoastOX because you can get your money right in there. I put a bunch of people to GoPulse.com, and whatever card processor they use just like shuts down all their cards. So it's difficult to get money right into Pulse and out of Pulse at the moment. And it reminds me of the internet back in the day, right? So back in the day, you were depending on your phone company to dial up and get on the internet, right? So for a while, the phone company, who was kind of, not cool with the internet because they were smart enough to see it was going to replace a lot of the phone companies and their services, they were like trying to like hodl it and this night, and there was that bottleneck or that pinch point, right? And right now we have to get our money into the banks, and then we have to get it into Bitcoin or Ethereum, then we have to get it into Pulse Chain, and so it feels like that old dial-up day, right? Yep. Where you're depending upon them. And thank goodness we're not dependent upon just Ethereum anymore for Hex, right? And we've been building so many cool things that we could never build on Ethereum ever. Like the fees, I wouldn't launch my project on Ethereum with their fees. It would not make any sense.
Right.
I mean, I guess it would make sense if I released 10 coins instead of 1 million. Then it would be worth the fee, but every coin would be worth some insane amount, right? So like, it's just, you just can't do cool stuff when the fees are crippling you. So yeah, speaking of it, it's like you were saying with government, they're always playing catch up. They're always chasing the dollar and trying to put their little camp down and extort money going in and out of it. They are the middleman, literally the middleman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're never going to catch up to crypto ever. No government is ever going to be able to wrap their heads around something like what's up in a timely manner. 10 years, they're focusing on stuff that Ethereum and Bitcoin were doing 7 and 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So like, that's what they're regulating. They don't know how to handle T-shares. They don't know how to handle all this crazy stuff we've got going on in DeFi, because they're so far behind. And then yes, Coast OX, yes, please.
Yeah.
Have a birthday card singing "Let It Go." I'll still have to have it out. Love it. It's cute. So anyways, yeah, I want to jump on here, give a shout out to Discourse Syndicate for having me on, being awesome hosts. I really want to go to London.
Yeah.
Really want to go to London. We have put our deposit down for the cruise in September. That's
Okay.
leaving out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning on hoping to make that one. But unless things get really easy in my project and a lot of money comes flying in that wish well, I'm probably not going to be making it to London. Like, our coders are expensive, designers are expensive, web services. I didn't know that you had to have so many subscriptions to run a website.
Right.
No, I have. Well, I have.
I know.
I have this really bad website called hexrayvisioncrypto.com.
Yeah.
And I was putting my what's it called, scavenger hunt stuff up there back in the day when I was doing the scavenger hunt with the other influencers. And it never cost. I mean, it cost money with GoDaddy or whatever, but no one ever visited it, and it didn't do anything. So like I didn't need like databases and AWS and all this other stuff. And now it's like, oh, there's a few $100s every month just going out to like keep a website up and working. And so
and
like
secure, you know what I mean?
secure.
And not just, up and running and operating with, the concept of high traffic, but you want that site to be secure, all those kind of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So there's a lot of things you don't know, not just on the money side, but also on the dev side. And a lot of it, like I used to think, okay, you write the code, you audit it, you put it on the website and it works. That's not true at all. You do all that and then it doesn't work. And for a week, you're like, oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. So you spend a week trying to fix that one little thing. And they're like, okay, good. Oh, it's fixed. Now it'll work. It doesn't work. There's another little thing and another little thing. And you're like, this is insane. Like, that's why we extended the 33X bonus another week, is because people's NFTs were showing the wrong amount of points for the collective. And so we wanted to fix that, make sure they had the right amount of points. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just like, there's a lot of stuff you don't know that you don't know. And that's why I love the Forge and Curator. Are you guys putting your project on Forge?
I'll talk to Randy. I'm sure we're going to try to leverage those relationships as far as, somehow utilizing it to kind of help also shed light on what you guys are doing, because what you guys are doing is special. I have already reached out to your guys' beautiful NFT artists. We were going to have a Zoom call last night.
Yeah.
He makes some killer NFT work. I mean, he's like, street artist in the real world doing like billboards and cars. And, those are the kind of people that I'm trying to attract and foster to come to crypto, but also to the blockchain. Like those people that are kind of like, they're really cool on the outside of the blockchain world. And I know he does NFTs, but there's people in his subset, communities that like, they're not even in crypto, but they're, building and making awesome NFT like style work on walls, tagging like stuff in Santa Monica or Venice Beach, that it's like, how do we get them to come and bring their noise and their power and their energy to crypto? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we make crypto fun again? But yes, to answer your point on the Forge, I love what you guys are doing with Mark and Randy, and Deborah's an outlier in that.
Well, after watching Deborah, and I forget the other guy's name, please forgive me. He had the really cute meerkat that he was working with. You got to come when you guys are ready to pitch. You guys need to come on and pitch.
Oh yeah.
Yours.
I think that part of it too is we've been behind closed doors trying to keep things kind of hush hush, because there's something that's within that's it's very memeable, and that we're obviously moving into an arena where we're trying to build out more product features, if you will, and we feel pretty confident with like the idea of 2FUCKS and 9inch and all these other like DApp protocols that you can collect yield, and then you take, you know, Larry and Kool-Aid and everything, and then you slap it on the back end in the future with their protocol, and it starts burning. I mean, there's just all these like mechanics that you could add to like maybe something really simple, but
Yeah.
all of a sudden the engine has like all these like turbochargers connected to it. But on the surface, it could be like funny, haha, you
Mhm.
know, adoption to pulse chain.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes. It's the trick. It's the diversion, right? And
Yeah.
shout out to, you said Kool-Aid's name and he just summoned you. Haha. If you say Kool-Aid 3 times,
Boom,
it's like
my
Beetlejuice. He
boy.
just shows up. And like I said, I hope Kool-Aid was listening to me last night when I talked about the compression and turning gas into liquid and stuff like that, because I think that is something a lot of people can get their heads around. Because like I said, I watched all of RH Max's streams,
Yeah.
and I was still like scratching my head and be like, I think I get it. I get parts of it. I just didn't see the whole system, and I still probably don't get the whole system. But that's one way to
Totally.
like just punch it out. And so like you guys, like, hey, here's some memes, here's some cool stuff to like get people in, but they don't realize that they're going into a machine, like a crazy,
Right.
well-oiled machine with tokenomics and liquidity providing and things like that.
Yeah.
And so that was our approach. Our approach was, people love JPEGs. Here's a JPEG of some space stuff that's really
Yep.
cool. And here's some giveaways. People love to win stuff.
Yep.
But on the back end, boom, you've got a whole blown financial system
Yep.
that's programmed to just go crazy pump. I have a particular set of skills.
Yes. Well, you know, that's the thing. He's funny because he, you know, he has a particular set of skills where he's cosmically conscious, and just like you are, brother, I feel like there's a web within the cosmos where we are especially integrating our thought process. It's almost like this beehive. He's in here for a reason. Let's not joke around. He picked up on the thought process. I hear you, Kool-Aid. You know, we love
Yeah.
him. Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Make it 1, 2, 3 easier. I miss the steak and chill times. It's exciting, but I'm the last person who should be in crypto, but I found RH. Yeah, that's true. Is we're not, I don't, how do I say this? When I started onboarding into Hex, the first thing I did was go to my crypto friends, people who were in crypto, people that were already like betting on Cardano and all this other stuff, XRP. And I spent so much time arguing with them. They never like I had to uneducate stuff that was wrong before I could educate them on the stuff that was right. You know, before I could get them to listen to RH's ideas and principles, I had to untrain them from all this stuff they thought was going on, or they thought was going to make them rich, right? And so with this, like, the more new coiners we can bring in, the better, because we can teach them the right things first. You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
Kool-Aid says, funny, but actually you want just an easy user experience. Most couldn't explain the difference between a stream E to R. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I actually don't know what stream E to R is, but Kool-Aid does. Kool-Aid knows. But no, he's right. It's about the user experience. It really is. And that's like, we need to spend as much time on that. Hold on phone. Okay. I don't know if he's on his phone or whatever, but we'll figure it out. I do have to bounce though, because like I said, I'm streaming early so I can take off and go to a wedding. Couldn't explain the difference between a stream engine and a nuclear reactor. Yeah, that's true. It's like, well, they're both based on the same concept, right? People just enjoy flipping a switch, turning on the lights, actually any complexity of how the electricity works. That's right. And so like, if you look at the internet and email, you know, no one understands TCP IP. Yeah. Nobody understands all the stuff, the backbone and stuff of the internet, but they know how to like type an email and hit send with their thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And crypto would be there already if we weren't fighting banks and governments. Like, crypto's been around long enough and technology moves fast enough that we could make crypto as easy to use as Facebook, as easy to use as Twitter, as easy to use as Netflix. But we have been fighting and we have been. There's been clear sabotaging of
Oh, yeah.
Bitcoin back in the day, and Ethereum, and a bunch of other things where things that, Mt. Gox, the Bitcoin Cash debate. There's a whole bunch of things that have the government's fingerprints all over them, and that's not an accident. It's not a coincidence, right? So it's up to us to build the user experiences. It's up to us to build the infrastructure. It's up to us to educate and onboard everybody, because they not only do they not have an interest in doing it, it's like detrimental to what their game, right? So enough of that. I'm at dinner. Sorry, guy. That's okay. Enjoy your dinner, buddy. I would love for you to join on here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's in my Telegram. Yeah, he's in my Telegram. So the links are always in my Telegram. That's where you jumped on, right, John?
Yeah. I just jumped in
click
through
that
there.
one?
Yeah.
Yep. I've been in the kitchen cooking Kool-Aid. Yeah. So we're just all building and trying to like make everybody better and help each other out. It really is much more complementary than competition in this space, and we all want to see everyone win. And in the end, the best ideas will win. So so just do what you love and share what you love and be who you are.
Yeah. Just fast forward. I know you got
unless you're Deborah.
Unless you're Deborah, I know you got to get jumping, but just fast forward to like that December cruise, and the excitement that we're going to be in that position we'll be in. Fast forward to the Pulse Chain Tour doing their Vegas like annual meetups now. I mean, yeah, you could taste that, huh? You like that? That's a good taste.
I do. In fact, a bunch of people have been reaching out to me about Burning Man.
Oh yeah, buddy. So.
All right, I gotta go. Look, I'm out.
You're out, buddy.
You guys, I don't even have time to play a song to get out. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow as the clock rolls over. Love you guys.